Hi, today I'm going to continue with the programs we had discussed in the last video. So in C we have seen some programs like you have how you print something on the screen like you have seen for Hello World. So let's see some another things like we have seen some more examples also like how to find that whether number is even or odd. So the number to take input from the user, we have discussed it that you have in scanner function and to print on the screen we have for that printf function. So taking input from the user and printing it, we just need to remember that what type of data type you are using and use that format specifier. So let's see some more programs. Like suppose you are want to write a program in C to add two numbers. So as you take one number input from the user, one number, you can take two numbers also. So let me write now the code here. Hash include. First we write all the header files which we require. stdio.h, then int main, and curly brace open. Then we write int num1, num2, and sum for storing the result. We have declared three variables of integer type, and then what you have to do, you have to write printf, enter two numbers, and then scanf %d, the two inputs you want, integer inputs, so write %d, ampersand num1, ampersand num2. So you must need to write this ampersand symbol when you want to take input from the user for integer type. Now sum equal to, this is sum, is equal to num1 plus num2. So the result will be stored in sum, and then you just have to print the result. Sum is equal to %d, and here you write sum. This sum you can write in capital, but the value of the variable is stored in this sum, which is of a small letter we have declared here. So now here it is semicolon. And now after that you have to write return 0, since the in the main definition here main definition we have return type is int. So you have to write return 0 here and then close the bracket. Okay, so similarly you can write the program for subtraction, multiplication, division. You just need to use the arithmetical operators which we have discussed in the video related to operators. Okay, so just need to use this subtraction, and here declare some other variable name like sub or subtraction. You can define your own name, but you just have to remember that which type of data the result will be and declare that data type only for storing the result or taking input. Suppose you want to multiply two floating numbers, so you have to declare the numbers as float because the result will also be in float. And for this floating type, we have one format, like suppose you want to print up to 2 decimal point only, then you can use this type of point, percent, point two, LF or L or F, LF. So point two means you want to print the till two decimal values. So let's see some other example. Suppose you want to print the ASCII value of a character, then how you will write? So let me show you. For that, what you have to do to find or print ASCII value of a character. To print ASCII value of a character. So see, for this, you will include the header file, then you write int main. This is the format you have to write in almost every program. So you write these things, hash include std io.h, then int main, then in the main body you define one character C, and then printf enter a character. You will ask from the user to enter a character. Then scanf. So scanf for character tag, the format specifies %C, and then comma ampersand character variable name we have taken as C. So it is C. You can take any other name also. Like suppose we take, let me take some other name so that it is understood that it is a character. Char, my char. My variable name is my char, which is character type. Okay. So it is now understood that it is character variable name. Now after that, what you want to do, printf the ASCII value of %C is equal to %D, and %C is what? The variable name. So the variable name is my char, and %D will give the ASCII value of my char. So both are my char. But if we are writing %C here, it will give you the value of in character, and if we write %D, it will give you the ASCII value of that character. Okay. So after that, what you have to do? You have to write return 0 and then close the program. So using this method, you can find the ASCII value of a character. So you have learned so many operators, like less than, greater than. So you can use those operators and check whether that is working or not. Like suppose you want to, you have already used the modulus operator. You can use other operators like bitwise operators and shorthand operators, and see whether it is working, and if it is working, then how it is giving the result. If you are making changes in that input, what changes you are getting in the output. You will, as much as you will practice, you will understand better. Okay, let's take another program. To suppose you have to write a program in C to check whether the input character, or you have taken some input character, that input character is vowel or consonant. So what you have to do, you have to write the program. So for that you have to take some variable as character data type, and you have to input that character from the user. So let me write the code how you will write. Now see, here we want to check whether this character is vowel or consonant. So when we input a character, it can be lowercase or it can be uppercase. So, but the lowercase and uppercase ASCII values are different. So these are different characters when we insert uppercase letter or lowercase letter. So even if it enters A or A, B or sorry, E in uppercase, E in small case, I small case, O, U. So we have to check all of them. है ना? So that's why we need to write the code accordingly so that it can check both the lowercase and uppercase. If it belongs to any, so it is a vowel, otherwise it is consonant. Okay, so let us write down the code for that. So let's take some other variable, temporary variable like lowercase, mm, lower and upper. And then you'll write lower is equal to A. We'll check if it belongs to small letter vowel. Let's see, we have written my care. So let us take some smaller. We have written my care. So what it is checking here, C equal to small a or C equal to small e, C equal to small I, C equal to small o, or C equal to small u. Means it is equality check operator. If it is true, it will return 1. So it will check all of. If it is not true, it will check this one. If it is not true, it will check this one. It will check. It will check all if none of them is true. And if any one becomes true, it will assign the value 1 in the lower. Similarly, if it belongs to the uppercase A, uppercase E, I, O, U, it will assign 1 to upper. Okay. So now, after that, if any of them is true, if any of them is true, means if it is belongs to lower a vowel or upper vowel, then it is a vowel. So it should print that the character is vowel, else it should print that character is consonant. So just you have to now check if it is lower or upper. If any of them is true, then it should print character is vowel. Else it should print that it is not a vowel. Character. You can write character is not a vowel. And you can end the program by writing return 0 and then close it. So what we have done, we have taken the input character C, and then we have made a temporary variable like lower and upper, in which we assign 1, or it will become true. If it belongs to the lowercase vowel or uppercase vowel, it will become true. So if any of them is true, so it is a vowel. Otherwise, it is a not a vowel. Means it is consonant. So you can write this also, that character is consonant, and then come out of the program by writing return 0 and close the curly brace of main. So let's see some other program. Now see another program. If you are asked to write a program in C to find the largest number of 3 numbers, means you have 3 numbers and you have to take these numbers as input from the user, and then you have to check which number is the greatest and you have to print the greatest number then. So what you will do first, you will start your writing your program by writing hash include stdio.h and all. So let me pause the video. And now see what you have to do. You have to, here what I have written, that I have initialized, I have declared 3 variables n1, n2, n3, or you can write num1, num2, num3, and take these numbers as input from the user using this scanf statement. After that, you have to check if n1 is greater than equal to n2 and ampersand and n1 greater than equal to n3. If n1 is greater than both of them, n2 and n3, it means n1 is greatest. So you can write printf n1 is greatest. And next you can check like n2 greater than equal to greater than, you have to write, not, you don't have to write like this, greater than equal to, sorry. In the previous statement also, here you have to write the operator used in C programming like greater than equal to, this way. Okay. Similarly, here greater than equal to. So if n2 is greater than n1 and double and, it means logical and n2 is greater than equal to n3. If n2 is greater than both of them, then n2 is greatest. N2 is greatest. Similarly, we can check for n3 also. And we can write directly also, if both of them are false, it means the n3 is greatest. So we can write like this also, if n3 is greater than equal to n1 and n3 is greater than equal to n2, then printf n3 is greatest. And in this way, it will give you the correct output. So see, Here only 3 numbers are there. That's why we can do the like this. That if one is greater than the rest two, it means that is greatest. So it is the simplest method of checking the greatest among the 3 numbers. So now see, we here we are doing the programs. So we have seen this. To find the sum of two numbers, you have to take two variables num1, num2, and the third variable sum in which we want to store the result. So first of all, we'll take the input ampersand num1, num2 in scanf statement. And now after taking the input, the numbers will be stored. First number will be stored in the variable num1 and the second variable will be stored in the variable num2. So now using this statement sum equal to num1 plus num2, what we are doing, we are adding the values of num1 and num2 and assigning the result in the variable sum. And after that, we are just printing the value. So what you have to do, you have to compile it first, save it like sum dot c, and then compile, and after that run the program. So you have to take two integers 6 and 9. Suppose two numbers are 6 and 9, then the sum is 15. So just giving the correct output. Okay. So now see, let's see another program. We have to find the ASCII value of a character. So we have defined a variable named myChar as character, and then we have taken the input using the scanf statement, this variable myChar, and then the ASCII value of this %c equal to %d. So this %c is for the myChar. So here the character value will be displayed, and for the ASCII value we write %d. And this variable name is same myChar, but the ASCII value will be given as output. So what you do, you have to save it first, like asci dot c. Now compile it. So compile the current file. So it is giving 0 error and 0 warning. Then we run the program. So it is asking for a character. Suppose we are giving the all G. It is giving the ASCII value of G is 103. Okay. So you can check in your Google also that the ASCII value is what, or you can see a check in your textbook also if you are using any textbook. Like suppose for programming in C, you have this Programming in C by Balaguru Swami is the best book for beginners. So you can use that book, and in that book or any other book you are using, you will see that in the end of the book you have this list of ASCII value, and with whose ASCII value is given, in which the characters, letters, ASCII value will be given. So you can check with that also. So now you'll see the next program. So we have seen what we have seen next. Now see, this is the program to check whether an input character is a vowel or not. So first of all, we are taking a variable name C of type char, and then we are taking input from the user, and then we have taken some temporary variable lower and upper to check whether the character is belongs to the lowercase vowel or it belongs to uppercase vowel. If any of them it is true, then it will assign the value true, that is 1, in the lower if it is lowercase vowel. And if it is uppercase vowel, it will store 1 in the upper this variable. If it is true, it will assign that value true, that is 1 in the upper. So now, here, see here, it is written C equal to A or C equal to E or C equal to I, means we are using OR operator, means if any of them is true, it will become true. Same here. Again, if it is true, it will assign 1 in the lower. If it is true, it will assign 1 in the upper. If any of them, means lower or upper, is true, then that is the character is vowel. So it will print that the character is vowel. You can write directly also, like character is vowel CHAR, or you can take the value of this also. And if it is not true, lower or upper both are not true, then this else part will be executed, means C is a consonant. That character is a consonant. So run it. First save it and then run it. So I have already saved it. Now compile this. Then run it. So I have entered, suppose R. So it is lowercase r. It will check both the lower and upper both. If it doesn't belong to either lower or upper, so the value which will be stored in lower and upper will be false, that is 0. So when we check that statement, lower or upper, that will also be false. So the else part will be executed, which says that R is, that character is a consonant. Okay. So now we have, so see, this is the program to find the greatest of 3 numbers. So for this, we have taken 3 numbers and 3 variables, n1, n2, n3 as integer, and then we have taken in the scanf statement for taking the input, these numbers n1, n2, n3. And after that, if n1 is greater than equal to n2 and n1 is greater than equal to n3, means n1 is greatest, means n1 is greatest with greater than n2 as well as greater than n3. Then it means n1 is greatest. Or if n2 is greater than n1 and n2 is greater than n3, means n2 is greatest. And if n3 is greater than n1 and n3 is greater than n2, both these numbers, then n3 is greater. So this is the simplest way you can find the greatest among 3 numbers. So that's all for today. We will see more programs in the next video. Thank you. Thanks for watching.